Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and discoveringbands.com. And for everyone watching, if you share this video on my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature. And today I'm here with OvDeth. How you doing today?
We're great. Thank you for having us.
We are good. We are good. Good to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great to have you. And anyone who's not familiar with you guys, you want to give us a little history about the band to start off?
History. I can say a few words, and Matti, you can fill me in if I miss something. History. Well, we were founded in 2016. It's like some years ago already. And we're basically, the lineup is basically the same, have been same all the time, so haven't been any changes, and we've been playing death metal all along.
Well, what got you guys into death metal?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I think it started with typical way, like at least for me, first Iron Maiden, then Metallica and stuff like that. But at the time we got together like 5 years ago or so, I think we had all evolved to the point where we were listening a bit more like extreme stuff. So well, I still like Maiden and those bands a lot, but you know, it gets more extreme and extreme every year. So I think we have found like mutual interest in this kind of stuff. We I think our tastes are a bit different. I think our drummer is more into this kind of like primitive black metal stuff, for example, and I'm more into like technical death metal, for example. But I think these influences and tastes brought together, we can then maybe create something somewhat unique.
And the name OvDeth, how did that come to be? What does that mean?
OvDeth. I think it was originally something like all of death, like everything from death. But I actually dig into my archives, and I found that the first ever name we figured out for the band is Death Forever. And but it's basically all of death, fancy way to say it.
Yeah, because it's death metal, so there has to be that.
Yeah.
The point it's true.
Yeah. 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 Well, our songs are basically, you know, stir around the death in any way. So it's like, I think death metal is near death some way.
Yeah, it's recurring topic there, I would say. Lots of different perspectives, but still there's some connection, I think, in every song.
Yeah.
It's death metal, so it has to be there.
Tell us about the upcoming EP, Mortal Death. How long were you working on that for? Mortal Burden.
Mortal Burden, yeah, but Mortal Death. Yeah, that would be a good alternative. Yeah. I don't know. Want to start, Matti?
Yeah, I think we've been working for these songs for something like 2 years, maybe. I think when we do these things, it's quite slow process. So it's not like that we come up with new songs like one per day, but it's there might be some initial demo that comes up quite fast, but then the devil is in the details, definitely. So those we can polish for a long time, and especially I think with Kaitsu's songs, quite often they mutate a lot during the process, and in the end there might be some part. It might be the situation where you cannot recognize any of the parts from the original version. Yeah. So yeah, just like building up the songs, constructing them, it takes time. And well, obviously then learning to play them also takes time. But I think this time we put lots of effort into arrangements, trying to make them interesting, and the songs flow nicely, which was maybe not so much true in our like first offering.
Yeah.
At least I feel that we've there is certain progress going on. So what do you think, Katja?
Yeah, I agree a lot. Yeah, and I think we push ourselves for every release we make. So we just and I think this Mortal Burden EP it's quite close to what we actually want to play, and who knows when we make our first album what that will be like. Maybe probably quite much better or not. I think better, yes, but depends how much. And this EP is, I think, I love the songs. They're really good, and there's so much new stuff that we, learned as a band, and it's a great release.
Do you plan on doing any music videos for the songs?
Yeah, we have plans, yes. And there's a few things in music videos it actually can raise the song to the stars or do the other way around, ruin it. So I think when we do something, we try to do it good because it's entertainment. If it's bad entertainment, then it's not good. So yeah, we have plans.
Yeah, I think with like other aspects in this EP, we try to pay attention to details. Like we hired this guy to paint the cover and did the mixing in quite professional, well-known studio. So I think with the video, we would like to achieve the same, not to do it lightheartedly, but to make it so that we can actually be proud of it. And obviously it's takes more resources to do things that way, but let's see, hopefully at some point.
Yeah.
And you guys want to keep the extreme vibe too, right? You said you want to keep getting more and more extreme as you go, right?
Yeah, and it's I think in songs there's a technique that when it's technically challenging, but it doesn't go to the point where you cannot actually understand or listen it. There are bands, really extreme bands, play so fast, but it depends of it's just music taste in metal genre. I mean, there's I think we are not. Matti said that technical death metal, yes, to some point, but when it goes in those extreme tempos, I don't think that's our case, but
yeah, I agree. For first, I don't think we would be able to play those bands like Archspire or Rings of Saturn. But I think at least when I'm making songs, I think about the extreme, maybe more about the mood and atmosphere. So it's the extreme is not so much about what is the tempo or how fast you are picking with guitar, but more to convey these extreme atmospheres, whatever it may mean. I mean, in our new EP, we have quite mellow parts that are maybe more there's certain sinister atmosphere that we try to achieve rather than to just make it super heavy. So I think there are lots of ways to make extreme things.
Now, if people want to find you online on social media, get your music, how do they do that?
social media, Facebook. We have Twitter accounts also, Instagram, and our music from streaming services, Spotify, Apple, Bandcamp, and all around the internet.
Yeah, you can definitely find it.
YouTube, all over the social media, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and go ahead.
Just say, where do you want to see the future of the band in a few years from now?
From a few years now. Good question. I think once we get the EP out, it would be really great to play live gigs. And question is when, where, and I think that's our next focus. In addition to new songs, I suppose. Who knows? Maybe in 2 years we have something new.
Yeah, the live music scene, as we all know, has been not so great during the last 2 years. So that's definitely a challenge, and it's still a bit open that when we are back to normal. But yes, I think we definitely would like to play more live. Now we have more material to do that, and there are definitely, I'm sure there are lots of other bands that are yearning to play live. So maybe we can make some nice contributions regarding live music, live sets, live gigs. But yes, I think making new music, even better music, is definitely a big focus all the time.
Yeah, and I think for us, making new music and make it even better is important, because we are not following some certain path. Trying to create something not totally new, but some sort of mix of death metal, black metal, etc. And I think we have some trashy vibes also, and I don't think Matti agrees, but I think we do. And but yeah, that's for us. It's quite important to make our music go forward.
Yeah, I agree that I don't think we are like kind of restricted on any idea that what we should sound like, that we are not trying to be new anything, but well, let's see which direction our next songs will take, and nobody knows yet. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, what are some of the death metal and black metal bands that inspire you guys?
Yeah. Okay, I can go first. Death black Norwegian bands like Ishan, and really great production and great songs, and technical stuff. Decapitated from Poland, and Bloodbath, especially the older one. The newest ones is also good. Straightforward death metal, and from the States, what says in Matti's shirt, Reverse of Nihil is one. Yeah, and
like that one.
I actually listen to a lot of different bands, but basically that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think we're from Finland, and in Finland and especially in Scandinavia, there are lots of metal bands, also quite extreme ones. I think for me, OvDeth was the one that kind of was the gateway drug to the more extreme stuff, because they had these like mellow parts, melodic parts, but then also quite like these growling vocals and stuff. So that was very important one. Yeah, it still is. Well, now their style is a bit different, but I like their like older, more death metal material better. But I think maybe you can even hear some influences in our music from OvDeth. So yeah, Rivers of Nihil, of the new ones, I listen to that a lot, and I think they are like they are doing something new in this like death metal genre, which I think is great. They are like doing things that don't sound like anything else. That's something I like. But I also like some classic death metal bands like Morbid Angel or Decide. What else? Yeah, those technical bands like Obscura from Germany is really good, and also Archspire, the Canadian ones. Canada seems to be having this technical death metal boom going on, and there are some pretty good bands coming from there. So yeah, lots of bands, not anything that specific, but some examples. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I look forward to what you guys have coming up in the future, and it was great having you and talking with you, and everybody look them up.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. It was good talking to you.
Yeah, for everyone watching, I've linked their music in the video description, so check that out.
Yep. You check it out.